As you see, some of the abilities are grayed out. That means that they need different kind of weapon to use. This is the thing I was talking about, that in Earthrise you cannot use all abilities at the same time. Abilities have requirements. So right now when I'm using close combat weapon, I cannot use the power strike and the upgraded power strike and the punishing strike, which have requirement for a gun. There is another very interesting zone which I'm going to teleport now. As you know, Earthrise is not typical post-apocalyptic title where everything is destroyed. We have some civilized zones in the game where the survivors have started to build new life. One of those zones is the Eastern Gardens. It's influenced by Asia. So I will switch to ranged combat and I will shoot the enemy in front of me. One thing to keep in mind in Earthrise is that we're not third-person shooter MMO. We're actually an RPG, which means that the action will not be so intense. Weapons will have longer cooldown periods. You will feel the RPG influence in the game. Although the movement and the camera controls are more like a third-person shooter, we have designed Earthrise around the RPG style, not the shooter style. I will show some of the stances. It is this one, the battle stance, which I will load now. It's number 0. It will improve my damage. While it is active, I'm doing more damage. So switching to a stance means that you cannot use other abilities, but your stance is always active. For example, this battle stance is active now, and I'm using it 100% of the time, but I cannot use other abilities. And we don't want to make fans of post-apocalyptic title disappointed, so I'm going to show another location. It is the so-called blasted area. It's on the border between the civilized areas and the apocalypse, where actually some events from the Third World War happen. This is a very typical devastated zone in Earthrise. I would say that maybe 30 or 40% of the map will be with such type of zones. The world of Earthrise is huge. Right now it's still a bit empty. As I said, we're in closed beta. We're still adding lots of content and features in the game. Some rats over there. Actually, some of the first creatures we showed to the public. We wanted to start with something very typical for an MMO, you know, rats and spiders, and then go to the bigger monsters in the game. The world is really huge, and players who like to explore will love Earthrise.